part of the presentation will be introduction. So, shipbroker play an important role in the shipping industry by acting as middleman between shipowner, charterer, buyer, and sellers. Their responsibility include matching cargo with suitable vessels, negotiating freight rates, and providing market advice. Maritime transport handle around 80% of global trade, which makes shipbrokers important in ensuring efficiency and profitability in global shipping. However, the industry faces several challenges, including environmental regulations such as IMO 2020, geopolitical tension, and ongoing transition towards green shipping. Moving on to the comparison between dry bulk and oil and gas shipping. Dry bulk shipping mainly transport commodities such as coal, iron, and grain. Although demand for this cargo is generally high, the sector is quite volatile because it is affected by economic cycles and operational disruptions. In comparison, oil and gas shipping include crude oil, refined product, and LNG and LPG trade. Demand for LNG carrier has increased due to energy diversification, which offers more stable charter rates and stronger long-term growth. Therefore, the recommendation is to expand into oil and gas shipping, particularly LNG or Aframax vessel, as this sector provide better revenue stability and greater resilience against market fluctuation.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to brief the overview of the dry bulk shipping sector, which plays a critical role in global trade. Dry bulk ships transport unpacked solid commodities such as iron, coal, grains, and cargoes are loaded directly into the ship's hulls. Revenue in this sector mainly depends on strategic chartering decision and efficient fleet utilization, while the market itself is influenced by global demand, weather conditions, and port congestions. The main dry bulk cargoes are divided into major and minor bulks. Major bulk includes iron, coal, grains like wheat, corn, and soybeans. Iron ore trade is dominated by routes between Australia, Brazil, and East Asia, supporting global steel production. Meanwhile, the coal remains essential for power generation and steel making. Minor bulks include bauxite, fertilizers, cement, and scrap metals, which are vital for agriculture and industry. Vessels are classified by deadweight tonnage. Handysize and Supermax vessels are ranged from 50,000 to 60 deadweight tonnage and are highly flexible. Panamax vessels between 60,000 to 80,000 deadweight tonnage are designed to fit Panama Canal capesize vessel and to 200,000 deadweight tonnage operate on large, long haul and high volume vessel routes. Chartering is mainly done through voyage charters, which are rate and route specific by exposed to market volatility, and time charters, which offers more stable income. Finally, dry bulk rates driven by global demand growth, geopolitical risk, digitalization, environmental compliance technologies like AI improve route efficiency, while ships meets IMO environmental standard command premium rates. Thank you.
My name is Divya S71724 and I will be talking about the oil and gas trade. The main cargoes of the oil and gas trade is first crude oil. This is the primary commodity in the global maritime trade and its transportation relies on large tankers and the demand is fundamentally driven by the worldwide economic growth. The second is refined products like gasoline and diesel. These markets are highly sensitive to the price change, so they require faster and more flexible shipping routes. Finally, we have LNG and LPG. LNG stands for liquefied natural gas while LPG stands for liquefied petroleum gas. These have become increasingly strategic because they are crucial in the global energy transition as countries shift from coal to cleaner natural gas. Transporting them requires specialized and advanced vessels. Now let's talk about the main vessels for the oil and gas trade. The first is Aframax. Aframax tankers are for regional routes, while Suezmax are for mid-range voyages and the giant VLCC are for long-haul international shipment. The choices here is a balance between economic scales and the operational flexibility. For gas, we have specialized LNG and LPG carriers. These are complex vessels designated to maintain the cargo at extremely low temperatures and extremely high pressure. Their demand is directly linked to the global clean energy policies. The next, we will be talking about the factors that affects the oil and gas trade. The first factor is the global oil prices. Think of oil as the main cargo and the shipping as the service. The value of the service is tied to the value of cargo. If the oil prices increase, the cargo on board becomes very expensive. This immediately increases the insurance premiums and the financial risk of the voyages. Ship owner uses these facts into their consideration to push their freight costs up. Furthermore, high prices often signal the strong global demand, which means more urgent needs for ships. Second factor is the geopolitical tension. Geopolitical tensions discusses the disruptions, conflicts, or sanctions in the trade routes. Vessels must take much longer or more expensive journeys. For example, if the Suez Canal is blocked, vessels are forced to reroute around the Africa. This ties up the ships for a longer voyage, causes an effective reduction in the number of ships available in the market. The scarcity of these drives up the rates. The second is the war risk. If war risk insurance premium becomes an added cost, crew wages on board in dangerous zone increases. Ship owners will only accept these costs and risks if they are paid much higher a day rate. So a risk premium is added directly to the freight. The third factor is the OPEC policies. So OPEC stands for Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. So the primary objectives of the OPEC is to coordinate and unify the petroleum policies of its member countries. The main tool for this is the production quotas, agreeing on how much oil each member should pump out. So according to this, when the OPEC cuts its production, the physical crude oil pump out of the ground increases. So fewer barrels are produced, which means there are fewer barrels needed to be shipped across the seas. So this decreases in the cargo supply, which leads to a lower demand for tankers. With too many ships chasing for too many cargoes, makes the freight rates to fall. Meanwhile, if the OPEC increases the oil production, more oil is pumped, creating more cargoes that need to be transported. This surge in the demand for shipping can quickly outpace the available fleet, causing freight rates to spike as charterers start competing to secure their vessels.
My name is Yu Trashri. This slide compares market trends and revenue opportunities between dry bulk and oil and gas shipping. For dry bulk, freight rates are measured using the Baltic Dry Index (BDI). After the post-pandemic rebound, the BDI became highly cyclical from 2022 onwards. Rates increased during strong demand for iron and ore and coal, but declined when China's construction and steel activities slowed. This shows that dry bulk's earnings are volatile and closely tied to global commodity cycles. In comparison, oil and gas freight rates, especially for tankers and LNG vessels, have been strongly influenced by geopolitical tensions and energy market disruptions. Since 2022, longer and rerouted voyages pushed tankers' rates higher, although LNG rates dropped in early 2025. They later became highly unpredictable, with LNG carriers earning very high daily revenue. Overall, dry bulk offers cyclical income, while oil and gas, particularly LNG, provides stronger revenue potential during periods of market disruptions. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. My name is Atika Tita binti Ujang and my message number is S71731. For this slide, I'll be briefly explain the charter types and income stability in the dry bulk shipping. In the dry bulk sector, operators usually use mix of voyage charters and standard charters. Voyage charters allow ships owner to benefit from hard spot market rates, especially when the Baltic Dry Index is strong, leading to higher short-term earning. However, dry bulk shipping is highly cyclical and volatile. Its performance depends heavily on global demand for commodities such as iron ore, coal, and grains. When the demand slows down, freight rates and profits can drop quickly. To manage this risk, time charters are used to secure more stable income, particularly during uncertain market conditions. As highlighted in our report, this helps reduce exposure to BDI, but overall, the income stability in dry bulk shipping remains relatively. In summary, dry bulk shipping can be profitable during commodities boom, but it carries higher due to unstable earning. Now I will continue with this slide. In this slide, I will focus on charter types and income stability in oil and gas shipping. Compared to dry bulk shipping, the oil and gas sectors make greater for long use of term and multi-year charter, especially for LNG carrier. Energies value brief with this contract to ensure reliable supply and stable shipping operations. This long-term contract provides more predictable and stable cash flow for ship owner, as discussed in our report. This makes the sector less exposed to sudden market. During periods of energy instability, the tanker also earn high spot rates due to limited vessel availability and route exchange. However, this trend may be offset by higher fuel costs and insurance expense. Overall, as concluded in our report, gas and ships offers better income stability compared to dry bulk shipping, making it more attractive to sector for the long-term investment.
Hi everyone, moving on from our analysis of charter demand, I'll be diving into section 4.3, the revenue opportunities currently shaping the maritime industry. So as a group, we've looked at both the dry bulk and also the oil and gas sectors. And what's clear is that traditional ways of making money are evolving. So to stay profitable today, it's not just about moving cargo, it's about adapting to three major shifts, which is green regulations, energy transitions, and digital innovation. So my first point will be about the green premium. First, let's talk about the transition to green shipping. The International Maritime Organization, where it's also known as IMO, has introduced strict criteria like the EEXI and CII ratings. So now think of this like a VIP pass for ships. So if a ship owner invests in retrofitting an old vessel to be more fuel efficient, they don't just save on fuel, they actually gain access to premium charter markets. Charters are now willing to pay more and sign longer contracts for cleaner boats because it helps them meet their own sustainability goals. So being green is no longer just a cost, it's a massive revenue driver. So second, a major opportunity our report identified is in liquefied natural gas. So with the global shift away from coal, LNG has become the bridge fuel. For example, imagine a country in Europe trying to secure its energy for winter. They aren't looking for a one-time delivery, they want a 10-year partnership. So these long-term LNG contracts provide ship owners with a very steady, predictable paycheck. But if there's sudden energy emergency, the spot market allows owner to jump in and earn huge short-term gains. It's really the best of both worlds because of the stability and high profit potential. Finally, we can't ignore about digitalization. So we found that using AI for route optimization is like having a super smart GPS for a giant tanker. So it does more than just find the fastest way. It reduces ballast days, which is basically when a ship is sailing empty and burning money. By using data to match cargoes to ships more efficiently, operators are cutting down downtime and significantly boosting their profit per voyage. So to wrap up my part, whether it's the rising demand for raw materials in Asia for dry bulk or the shifting energy lanes for oil tankers, the message is the same. Flexibility and technology are the keys to growth. These opportunities are exactly why our group's final recommendation leans towards the oil and gas sector. So it currently offers that perfect mix of long-term stability and high-tech revenue potential. So next, my teammate will walk you through the specific risks and challenges we need to watch out for. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Shazana binti Nurshalizan. My metric number is S72034. Okay, for this slide, I will briefly explain about the key risks and challenges in the shipping industry. Firstly, market volatility and freight rate fluctuation remain a major challenge as oversupply of vessels and economic slowdown can cause sharp decline in revenue. Second, geopolitical disruption and route risks, especially in areas such as Red Sea and Suez Channel, can lead to longer voyage, higher fuel consumption, and increased insurance costs. Third, environmental compliance costs have increased due to stricter IMO regulation requiring significant capital investment, which is particularly challenging for smaller operators. Lastly, regulatory and shadow fleet risk create transparency issues as expose legitimate operator to legal and reputational risk. Overall, these challenges highlight the need for effective risk management and strong regulatory compliance in the shipping industry.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Abdul Hakim Rosli and I will be explaining about recommendations. Based on our comparison between the dry bulk and oil and gas shipping sectors, we recommend that the client diversify into oil and gas sector, particularly in Aframax tankers. First, the oil and gas sector benefits from stable demand. Oil and gas remain essential for transportation, industry, electricity generation, and aviation. Unlike dry bulk cargoes, tanker demand is less affected by economic cycles and seasonal changes. Second, there are strong long-term charter opportunities. Oil majors and energy companies prefer long-term contracts, especially in LNG shipping, which provides ship owners with predictable and stable income compared to the spot-driven dry bulk market. Third, vessel flexibility is a key advantage. Aframax tankers can access most global ports and be easily redeployed when trade patterns change, giving owners operational flexibility. Finally, the sector offers better ROI. Tanker earnings and resale value have remained strong due to longer trade routes and stable global energy demand. Overall, oil and gas shipping provides more reliable revenue, lower risk, and stronger long-term financial prospects. That's all from me.
Okay, for the entry into the oil and gas sector, the Aframax tanker is highly recommended. The oil and gas industry offers strong revenue potential in both the short term and long term, making it attractive for new operators. Aframax tankers are widely used for the transporting crude oil and clean petroleum products, which ensure consistent and market demand. These vessels are also highly efficient in operation and can access a wide range of ports around the world, providing operational flexibility. And additionally, Aframax tankers tend to experience increased demand during periods of geological unrest as oil trade volumes and rerouting increase. Overall, Aframax vessels provide a stable, efficient, and profitable entry point into the oil and gas shipping market. Thank you.
So, based on our analysis, the final decision is a strategic entry into Aframax tanker segment. Aframax vessels offer the perfect balance, large enough to generate strong earnings, yet flexible enough to access port and route that larger tanker cannot. This versatility allows operators to switch quickly between crude and product trades, especially during volatile market conditions. Financially, Aframax tankers are highly attractive, with current spot earning ranging between $35,000 to $45,000 per day. Owner can optimize capital by choosing between new build for long-term efficiency or high-quality second-hand vessel for faster market entry. Operationally, the UAE-Brazil crude trade highlights this range with potential profit of $2 to $4 million per voyage, using the Cape of Good Hope to reduce geopolitical and insurance risk. Finally, Aframax vessels are future-ready, fully aligned with IMO environmental regulation, ensuring sustainability, compliance, and long-term competitiveness. In conclusion, Aframax tanker represent a smart, resilient, and future-proof investment choice.